Hello everyone, welcome to Rakesh Valasa YouTube channel. In this video lecture, we will discussing about TS Genco AE for Mechanical Engineers 2015 question paper part 4. Question number 31. In Rankine cycle, the work output from the turbine is given by option 1 change of internal energy between inlet and outlet. Option 2 change of enthalpy between inlet and outlet. Option 3 change of entropy between inlet and outlet. Option 4 change of temperature between inlet and outlet. The correct answer is option 2 change of enthalpy between inlet and outlet. Let us see the explanation. This is the schematic diagram of Rankine cycle. This is the TS diagram of Rankine cycle. It consists of four processes. Process 1 to 2 is isentropic compression. In that, working fluid is pumped from low to high pressure. You can see the TS diagram, low to high pressure. Process 2 to 3. This is the isobaric heat addition process. In that, high pressure liquid enters a boiler where it is heated at constant pressure by an external heat source to become a dry saturated vapor. Next process is 3 to 4. This is the isentropic expansion. In that, the dry saturated vapor expands through a turbine generating power. The last one is process 4 to 1. This is the isobaric heat rejection process. In that, wet vapor then enters a condenser where it is condensed at a constant pressure and temperature to become a saturated liquid. Now applying steady flow energy equation for boiler, that means isobaric heat addition Q in equal to H3 minus H2. For turbine, work output is H3 minus H4. For condenser, that means isobaric heat rejection Q out Q4 minus Q1. For pump, that is work work output in pump, that is H2 minus H1. In the given question, he is asking that turbine work output, that is in terms of enthalpies. That means it is a power generating process. Hence, the difference of enthalpies of turbine inlet and outlet gives work done. That means W turbine out equal to H3 minus H4. Question number 32. Fin effectiveness equals option 1 actual heat transfer from fin surface by rate of heat transfer without fins. Option 2 heat transfer rate from fin surface by 100. Option 3 heat transfer rate from fin surface by heat transfer rate from an identical fin of infinite thermal conductivity. Option 4 heat transfer rate from fin surface by heat transfer rate from an identical fin made of copper. The correct answer is option 1, that is actual heat transfer from fin surface by rate of heat transfer without fins. Let us see the explanation. Fins are extended surfaces used to increase the heat transfer from a surface by increasing the effective surface area. The effectiveness of a fin is given by it is the ratio of heat transfer rate with fin by heat transfer rate without fin, that equal to under root Kp by Ha. K means thermal conductivity, P means perimeter of fin, H means heat transfer coefficient, A means cross sectional area. Question number 33. Fundamental laws used in heat transfer are Option 1, the laws of conservation of mass. Option 2, Newton's laws of motion. Option 3, laws of thermodynamics. Option 4, all of the above. The correct answer is the given three laws are fundamental laws used in heat transfer, that is the laws of conservation of mass. Second one, Newton's laws of motion, that means first law, second law. Laws of thermodynamics means zeroth law, first law, second law. So the correct answer is all of the above. Question number 34. For incompressible flow, the pumping power is given by the expression. Option 1, pressure drop into volumetric flow rate. Option 2, average pressure into volumetric flow rate. Option 3, 1 by 2 into average pressure into volumetric flow rate. Option 4, 3 by 4 into pressure drop into volumetric flow rate. The correct answer is option 1, that is pressure drop into volumetric flow rate. Question number 35. In case of built-up edge in a machining process, which of the following statements is true? Option 1. It is an edge provided on the cutting tool by the tool manufacturer. Option 2. It consists of layers of material from the workpiece that are gradually deposited on the tool. Option 3. A thick build-up edge is desirable and improves cutting efficiency. Option 4. A thick built-up edge improves the surface finish of the machined surface. The correct answer is option 2, that is, it consists of layers of material from the workpiece that are gradually deposited on the tool. Question number 36. Select from the following ascending order of cutting tool materials hardness. Option 1, ceramics, high carbon steel, high speed steel, diamond. Option 2, ceramics, high speed steel, high carbon steel, diamond. Option 3, high speed steel, high carbon steel, ceramics, diamond. Option 4, high carbon steel, high speed steel, ceramics, diamond. The correct answer is option 4, that is high carbon steel, high speed steel, ceramics and diamond. Here hardness means it is the ability of material to resist external loads. Hardness is the resistance of a material to localized plastic deformation. Hardness ranges from super hard materials such as diamond, boron carbide to other ceramics, and hard metals to soft metals, and down to plastics and soft tissues. So the correct answer is option 4, that is high carbon steel, high speed steel, ceramics and diamond. Question number 37. Which one of the following is true in case of tool life? Option 1, it is directly proportional to the cutting speed. Option 2, it is inversely proportional to the cutting speed. Option 3, does not depend on the cutting speed. Option 4, no equation is available that helps roughly calculate the cutting speed. Here, according to Taylor's equation, Vt power n equal to constant. That means velocity is inversely proportional to number of teeth. Tool life. He's asking that tool life is inversely proportional to the cutting speed. So according to Taylor's equation, Vt power n equal to constant. So T means tool life. T power n proportional to 1 by V. That means tool life is inversely proportional to the cutting speed. Question number 38. Select the correct sequence of manufacturing processes in the ascending order of accuracy. Option 1 reaming, horning, boring, drilling. Second option drilling, boring, horning, reaming. Option 3 drilling, reaming, boring, horning. Option 4 drilling, horning, boring, reaming. The correct answer is option 2, that is drilling, boring, horning, reaming. You can see here one typical series for hole making can be centering, second drilling, third boring, fourth reaming, fifth one horning. Centering is carried out to locate the hole for easy and accurate alignment of a drill. Although it is optional, centering can improve precision. Drilling is the process of originating a hole, while boring enlarges the diameter of an existing hole. Reaming and horning are used to improve the surface finish and tolerance of the existing hole. So the correct answer is drilling, boring, horning, reaming. Question number 39. Knurling process is used with a purpose to option 1 generate a rough surface for gripping. Option 2 to make tapped hole in a part. Option 3 it is another name of tapping operation. Option 4 to create stepped hole in a part. The correct answer is option 1 generate a rough surface for gripping. You can see the image for the knurling operation. The primary purpose of knurling is to improve the grip of a metal part by creating a textured surface. Knurling provides a better grip for fingers and tools. Question number 40. What is the meaning of the following NC code statement? N20, G91, X20, Y10. Option 1 statement number 20 move the tool incrementally by x20, y10 and z0. Option 2 statement number 20 move the tool to x equal 20 and y equal 10, z equal 0 position. Option 3 statement number 20 drill a hole with a diameter of 20 and depth 10. Option 4 statement number 10 drill a step hole with a dia 20 and depth 10. The correct answer is statement number 20 move the tool incrementally by x20, y10 and z0. Here N20 means statement number 20 move the tool. G91 means tool incrementally. X20 means by x20, y10, z is not given so z equal 0. Let us see the explanation. Let us see G codes. G00 means rapid positioning. G01 means linear interpolation. G02 means circular interpolation clockwise. G03 means circular interpolation counterclockwise. G04 dwell. G09 exact stop. G32 means thread cutting. G40 means tool nose radius compensation cancel. G41 means tool nose radius compensation left. G42 tool nose radius compensation right. G75 grouping on x-axis. G90 absolute dimension. G91 incremental dimension. In the given question G91 is given, that is incremental dimension. G97 means spindle speed command. G98 feet per minute. G99 feet per revolution. So the correct answer is option 1. Thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe my channel for more updates.